another series of Ycook Network channel. I'm so happy and excited to have all of you today. And what more festive way to conclude a celebration of Canada Day, July 1st today with this amazing dessert, meringue strawberry shortcake. Let's go to the shopping list. We're gonna make today first the cake. You will need 1 cup of flour, more for the cake pan, a pinch of salt, 1 cup of unsalted butter, more for the cake pan and plate, 4 eggs, 2/3 the cup of granulated sugar, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extra. To make the strawberry coulis, you will need 2 cups of strawberries, 2 or 3 tablespoons of confectioner sugar. And to do the Italian meringue, you need 2 and 1/4 cups of granulated sugar, more for the sprinkling, and 1 cup of water. Well, this is all the ingredients you need to do this amazing meringue strawberry shortcake. Let's get into action.
Heat the oven to 350 Fahrenheit and make sure you put parchment paper all over the pan. Now we're gonna sift the flour with a pinch of salt. While you do this, don't forget to melt the butter in a small saucepan and let cool. At this time we just trying to do the first step to make the butter for the cake. It's very important that you pay attention to all the information and details. That way you get beautiful and soft cake. So now we're going to do a step 3. So put the eggs in a large bowl and beat with the electron mixer for a few seconds to mix. Add the sugar and continue beating at high speed until the mixture is pale and thick, and leave a ribbon trail when the beaters are lifted, about 5 minutes. Beat in the vanilla extract. I said if you're using a hand whisk, you don't have a mixer, set the boil over a pan of hot, but not boiling, water, and whisk vigorously about 10 minutes. Eggs mousse should hold ribbon trail about 3 seconds once you finish. Just to let you know that I added a brown sugar instead of white sugar to make it a little bit healthier this time. As you can see, now we're making the ribbon trail I was telling you. And now we're going to do a step 4. We're going to actually add the vanilla extra that I told you before and whisk a little bit and mix everything together. So now we're going to do a step 4. Sift about 1/3 of the flour over the eggs mixtures and fold them together as slightly as possible. Add another 1/3 of the flour and fold it in. Fold in the remaining flour and then cool melted butter. So you have to add all the ingredients together. And now we're getting the butter together, and that's all. It's so exciting, we're almost ready. Now we're going to do step 5. Pour the butter into the prepared cake pan. Then tap the pan on the worst surface to level the batter and knock out any air bubbles. After that, we're gonna go step 6, which is bake in the heated oven until the cake has risen and is just firmed to the touch, 30 to 40 minutes. Run a knife around the edge of the cake and mold in onto the wire rack. Peel off the linen paper and let the cake cool. Paper linen makes cake easily to unmold. And then we're ready. Once it's done, I'm gonna show you what's coming out for this amazing, beautiful cake. Now this time you're gonna put the cake in the oven. Don't forget this is a 350 Fahrenheit. And let it cool down for 30 to 40 minutes. Now we're going to make the strawberry coulis. So hold the strawberries with a small knife. Wash them only if it's dirty. Now step 2, we're gonna puree the strawberries in the food processor or in a blender. Then pour into puree into a bowl. And the number 3, step 3, we want to stir in confectioner sugar to taste. That should be about 1.5 cup of Coulis. Once you stir in the confectioner sugar and everything is completed, we're gonna put this one aside to use it later. Now the cake is out of the oven, it looks amazing. Put it onto a rack, let it cool, and we're gonna trim a 1-inch strip from each side of the cake to do later the trimming and reserve them to make a strawberry cake crumbs. So now we're gonna prepare the meringue. Heat the 2 1/4 cup sugar with the water in a small saucepan until dissolved. Boil without stirring until the syrup reaches the hard boiled edge. You can also test the syrup using a candy thermometer. It should register 248 Fahrenheit. Step 3, let's do that. So while the syrup is boiling, put the eggs white in a bowl and beat with the electric mixer until stiff peaks from when the batters are left, 3 to 5 minutes. Gradually pour the hot sugar syrup into the eggs white, beating constantly. Be sure the syrup is mixed at once into the egg whites or it will solidify on the sides of the bowl. Continue beating the mixture until the meringue is cool and stiff for about 5 minutes. So now you have to split the cakes into 2 layers, and then remember this trimming that you cut on the sides of the cake. We're gonna make now the cake crumbs. So what you're going to do is work with the reserved cake trimmings into the food processor to form crumbs. Add 1 cup of the strawberry coulis and blend briefly to mix with the cake crumbs. Now we're almost at the end, so now we're going to assemble the whole cake. So just put a piece of parchment paper on a platter, on a plate, enough for the cake. You put the cake on, and we're going to start now putting all the ingredients together. So we're going to put a little bit of the coulis at the bottom of the cake. You can see that it's going to actually go inside the cake. It's going to make it moisture and beautiful. After that, we're going to put on top of that, we're going to put a little bit of the crumbs, the trimmings that we did, the cake crumbs that we did, we're going to put on top of that, and then we're going to end up, we put a little bit of the meringue on top of the crumbs, okay, cake crumbs, so you will see. After that, we put all the pieces of the cake on top of that, and then we're going to add the meringue, cover all the meringue around, and then you're going to start, making a nice, beautiful design. And that's all. This is amazing. So this is what it is. Then I will suggest to you to put it on maybe in the fridge for maybe half an hour to let the meringue to stick and be more firm. And after that, you're ready to eat. So it is amazing what we can do. It was such a small ingredients, and it's so simple to do. Just follow the steps by step that we did today. And I'm so excited and happy I want to say happy birthday Canada, because today is happy birthday for us here in Canada. So it's July 1st, and what more amazing ends to finish today with a beautiful meringue strawberry cake. Come on, it can be less than that. And I really encourage you to try. Let me know in the comments at the bottom. Don't forget, I'm gonna put all the ingredients show in the description area, so you can see all the ingredients and some of the tips. I'm going to put it there right down for you, so you don't miss anything. And also, if you actually like the video, well, hey, subscribe to Ycook Network, because I'm going to continue doing more videos, cooking video things that I have in my cookbook. If you haven't the cookbook yet, hey, get it, okay? Ycook Network. Free the cook in you, and the whole idea for here is for you to go back to the kitchen. Don't be afraid, and start enjoying how amazing things you can do at home with less cost, less money. So this is the whole idea, that you enjoy cooking, that you're not afraid anymore. And hey, if you haven't never tried something like this, or you feel this is complicated, it's not complicated, believe me. It's just to try it out. And actually, in my cookbook, I have a lot of affirmation, like a cook, like actually food affirmations, which allow you to help you to, boost your brain and say, I can do it, I can make it. Maybe I made a mistake, but I can make it, I can do it. Because you know what, everybody can do it, I can do the same thing. And it's so much fun when you start cooking, when you start getting that freedom from you and start cooking, because believe me, no one will stop you to continue doing this. So well, I hope you enjoy this recipe, and tell your friends, tell everyone, and if you did it or if you do it, take a picture and send it to me. I will be glad to actually put it into my channel. Okay, have a wonderful Canada Day. Oh, Canada, hello. Well, have a wonderful time and continue enjoying the kitchen, the cooking, and put yourself out there. Okay, here we are, Meringue strawberry shortcake. It's amazing, it looks beautiful. I wanted to thank everyone today for being here with